agents love to overbuild. You ask for a date field on a sign-up form. They install a date library, write a wrapper component, add a style sheet, invent a timezone utility, and open a discussion about localization strategy. 300 lines later, the form still needed one input. That waste is not cleverness. It burns tokens. It slows code review. It raises maintenance cost. And it quietly trains your team to accept bloated agent output as normal. This is a full LeanLane tutorial from Talocode. By the end you will install LeanLane, run the decision ladder, score real diffs, review files for over-engineering, export agent rules and skills, wire the MCP server, use the TypeScript and Python SDKs, set modes, add a continuous integration gate, and understand the safety floor that keeps minimal code correct. LeanLane is Talocode's open tool for stopping AI agents from overbuilding. It ships a decision ladder, a diff scoreboard with letter grades, prune review with a delete list, modes from light to ultra, always-on rules, installable agent skills, a command line interface, an MCP server, and software development kits for TypeScript and Python. Local scoring needs no API key. Cloud routes are optional when teams want shared scoreboards and metering under api.talocode.site. Why does this product exist? Because generation got cheap and verification got scarce. Agents optimize for looking complete. Complete often means more files, more packages, more abstractions. LeanLane flips the incentive, stop at the first solution that already exists, and measure the diff before you merge. Install with npm. Run npm install g at talocode/LeanLane. Confirm with LeanLane version. You should see the package version. Run LeanLane health. You get capabilities, modes, and endpoints. Run LeanLane pricing if you plan to use optional cloud credits later. Prefer Python? Run pip install talocode-leanlane. Import decide and score_diff from LeanLane. The local engine mirrors the TypeScript core for the common workflows. The node CLI remains the richest surface for Git scoring in MCP. Now the heart of LeanLane, the decision ladder. The agent must understand the problem first. Read the task. Trace the real code path. Then climb 7 rungs and stop at the first that holds. Rung 1. Does this need to exist at all? If the request is speculative, future-proofing, or already covered by existing behavior, skip it. Yagni is not laziness. It is risk control. Rung 2. Does it already exist in this codebase? Search helpers, utilities, similar features, and established patterns. Reuse beats rewrite. Rung 3. Does the standard library already do this? UUID, path, crypto, JSON, date formatting basics. Prefer the platform you already run. Rung 4. Is there a native platform feature? Browsers already ship date, color, file, and checkbox controls. Operating systems already ship dialogues and pickers. Native is often the minimum that works. Rung 5. Can an already installed dependency solve it without adding a new package? Use what is already in package.json or your lock file. New dependencies are expensive forever. Rung 6. Can this be one clear line? A single expression, a single function call, a single conditional. If that solves the task, stop. Rung 7. Only then write the minimum new code that works. No speculative factories. No plugin systems. No abstract bases for one implementation. Lazy about the solution. Never lazy about reading. Let's run it live. Command, LeanLane decide, --task, quote, add a date picker to the sign-up form, end quote. LeanLane returns recommended rung native platform. Stop at native platform feature. Rationale explains that UI controls often have native HTML equivalents. The response includes the full ladder, the safety floor, and agent instructions you can inject into a session. Make decide smarter with hints after the agent searched the repo. Use -- exists when a helper is already present. Use -- lib with a name. Use -- native with a candidate like input type equals state. Use -- for an installed package. Use -- must build when the user truly needs new code despite speculative language. That turns vibes into a structured stop decision. Next, measure what was written. Command, leanlane score -- get. Leanlane reads staged and unstaged unified diffs. It counts files touched, lines added, lines deleted, netlines, new files, new dependencies, abstraction signals, and bloat signals. It emits findings with severity, path, line, snippet, and suggestion. It computes a score from 0 to 100 and a letter grade from A to F. Exit code 2 means the change failed the mode threshold. That is perfect for continuous integration. Example of a bad patch: add a date picker factory class and a moment dependency for a simple date field. Score drops. Findings call out abstraction names and heavy libraries. Suggestions point back to native controls and no new packages. You can also pass a patch file with -- file, or raw text with -- diff. Then prune. Command, leanlane review -- file path to a source file. Review scans for abstract classes, speculative for future language, commented out code, weak any types, and oversized multi-duty files. It returns findings and a delete list. Review is for cleanup, not praise. The goal is a shorter, clearer module that still respects the safety floor. Modes dial the pressure. Off disables lean discipline. Light gently prefers reuse and fails only on high or critical bloat. Full is the default, ladder on, fail on high findings or weak scores. Ultra is aggressive minimalism, medium findings can fail, and the agent is pushed hard to avoid new files. Set session defaults with leanlane mode set full. Or export leanlane_mode equals full. Or keep config under your home directory in .config/leanlane/config.json. Export always on rules for any agent host. Command, leanlane rules -- mode full -- out agents.leanlane.md. Drop that into agents.md, project rules, or your agent instruction pack. Export a skill. Command, leanlane skill -- mode full -- out skills/leanlane/skill.md. Compatible with Cadre style skills, cursor style skill folders, Claude code style skills, and open code style workflows. Why are MCP so agents call tools instead of improvising? Command, leanlane MCP. It speaks JSON RPC over standard input and output. Tools include leanlane decide, leanlane score diff, leanlane review, leanlane rules, and leanlane health. Example host config, command leanlane, args MCP. Now your agent can be required to decide before large writes and score before finishing a task. TypeScript SDK. Install at talocode/leanlane. Import decide, score diff, review code, get toolset, and create leanlane client. Local engine calls need no key. The client uses talocode_API_key and talocode_base_URL for optional cloud routes under /v1/leanlane. Python SDK. Pip install talocode-leanlane. From leanlane import decide, score_diff, review_code, get_ruleset, leanlane client. Same product intent. Same safety floor. Same local first philosophy. Critical section, the safety floor. Leanlane never means golf the code until production breaks. Do not cut input validation at trust boundaries. Do not cut error handling that prevents data loss. Do not cut security-sensitive checks. Do not cut accessibility for user-facing interfaces. Do not shrink a diff you do not understand. For non-trivial logic, leave one runnable check, the smallest assert or test that fails if the logic breaks. Minimal without the check is unfinished. In continuous integration, gate the branch. Run leanlane score -- get -- mode full. Fail the job when agents smuggle frameworks into a bug fix. Combine with verify lane for secrets and security heuristics. Combine with policy lane for tool allow and deny. Combine with style lane for repo constitutions. Combine with trace lane for run history. That is the talocode stack, open tools people trust, hosted power when teams need metering and control planes. Let's walk a realistic workflow end to end. Ticket, add birthdate to signup. Agent starts leanlane decide. Result, native platform. Agent implements input type equals date with proper label and validation. Agent runs leanlane score -- get. Score is high, grade A or B, few findings. Agent runs tests. Pull request stays tiny. Reviewer finishes in minutes instead of hunting abstract factory noise. Contrast the failure mode. Same ticket without leanlane. Agent adds a date library, a wrapper, storybook stories, timezone helpers, and a feature flag. Diff is huge. Review stalls. Tokens were spent on ceremony. Leanlane exists to make the first path the default path. Advanced tips. Use ultra mode only when a repository is drowning in speculative code. Use light mode when you are prototyping product direction and want less friction. Keep full mode for day-to-day agent coding. Always re-enable the safety floor in your mind. Lean is not negligent. Scoreboard reading guide. Grade A means lean and focused. Grade B is acceptable with minor signals. Grade C needs cleanup. Grade D or F means stop and prune before merge. New dependencies should be rare. New files should be justified. Large pure additions with zero deletions are a smell. MCP tip. When spawning subagents, inject leanlane rules into coding agents, not into pure read-only search agents, if your host supports scoping. The goal is pressure where writes happen. Skill tip. Commit skills /leanlane /skill.md into repositories that use coding agents heavily. Make the latter part of the project culture, not a personal plugin. Cloud tip. When Talocode cloud routes are enabled, the same decide, score, and review APIs can power dashboards and credit metered team usage. Local remains free and deterministic. Let's recap the commands you will use every week. Leanlane decide for the ladder. Leanlane score -- get for the scoreboard. Leanlane review for prune passes. Leanlane rules and leanlane skill for distribution. Leanlane MCP for agent hosts. Leanlane mode for intensity. NPM and pip for install. Recap the philosophy. Decide before you write. Reuse before you invent. Measure before you merge. Protect the safety floor. Ship less code. Keep more trust. Leanlane is open source under the MIT license from Talocode. Install with npm install g at talocode/leanlane, or pip install talocode-leanlane. Source at github.com/talocode/leanlane. Product home at talocode.site. Docs at docs.talocode.site. If your agents have been building monuments for molehills, change the loop today. Stop overbuilding. Start with leanlane. Thank you for watching this Talocode tutorial. Star the repository if it helps, and wire the score gate into your next agent pull request. Ship smaller. Ship safer. Ship leanlane.